Puzzles. This is probably the most iconic chess improvement tool ever, and for good reason. Puzzles are positions where, after finding the moves, you end up gaining material or checkmate. These puzzles train your tactical vision and help you spot tactics in real games. For example, in this position, what do you do here to win the game? Well, if you said to play this pawn push, you are correct. As here, if black takes, you push the opposite pawn, and if black takes here, you take here creating a passed pawn, and if black takes here, you push this pawn creating a passed pawn, so it's a forced win. However, the most common ones are forks, where one piece attacks two or more pieces. A skewer, where you attack a higher value piece, and after it moves, you can take a lower value piece. A pin, where you pin down a lower value piece, since if it moves, you can take the higher value piece behind it. There are obviously way more, and I got a whole video dedicated to that on the top right. So if you are below 200 ELO, I strongly recommend focusing on spotting most tactics that come along in your games. The most popular sites are chess.com and lichess puzzles, but the chess.com one needs you to pay the money, so I prefer lichess. There are also some other puzzle websites like chesspecker.com, but I recommend lichess. Game Review. Game Review is a feature on chess.com where, after finishing a game, you press this green button, and after that, it will review your game with a high-level engine. This tells you all your moves, like if you made a brilliant move, great move, best move, excellent move, good move, inaccuracy, mistake, miss, or blunder. Okay, time to explain it quickly. A brilliant move is when you find an exceptionally hard sacrifice. A great move is when you play a move hard to find in general. A best move is, like the name suggests, the best move. An excellent move is the second or third best move. A good move is a mediocre move that worsens your position slightly. An inaccuracy worsens your position more. A mistake deeply damages the structure or loss of material, and a blunder usually loses the game on the spot. Sadly, on chess.com you can only use this once per day, but that's fine, as in a moment I will tell you a website where you can get unlimited game reviews. Also, Game Review shows your performance in each stage of the game, which can be helpful in figuring out whether to study the opening, middle game, or endgame. Okay, to get free Game Review, you want to type in wintercat.com, then just click the link, and then you put your chess.com account, and then you analyze your game. Puzzle Rush. This is one of the most fun chess improvement tools, and for good reason. A puzzle rush is when you have to try to solve as many puzzles as possible in the time limit, or no time limit, but the puzzle ELO gets higher and higher every time. This is a great way to test your tactical understanding of the game in a fun way, and I find this more fun than just doing regular puzzles. However, like Game Review, on chess.com you can only do this once without the premium membership, so you can't spam it if you are free to play. So lock in every time you do this, because this is literally your last time that day. And if you are free to play, play the unlimited time one, because it literally makes you go to your skill limit. The time control is there if you want to train your tactic speed, so if you play mostly fast-paced games, you can practice with time control. Bots. Bots are where you play against an artificial intelligence. The skill level varies from barely above 100 ELO to literally 5,000 ELO, so we are no match for them. On chess.com under bots, you have a variety of bots you can play against, which have different personalities and different skill levels. Like Nelson, just keep trying to Scholar's Mate at all costs and failing every time. To unlock all of the bots, you still have to get chess.com Premium. You can also manually set the bot's rating to adjust to your skill level, but only for this one bot. Many people like playing with bots since you can't lose ELO to a bot, so their ELO anxiety gets soothed. But I don't recommend bots being your primary focus in chess because I just don't think improving with them is a good idea. I recommend just playing it for fun every once in a while. If you really don't want to lose ELO, I recommend playing unrated chess, as you're still playing with humans. Coordinate Trainer. Now this one does not directly apply to your chess games, but I still recommend doing it. To get it, go on lichess and click Learn Arrow Coordinates and you are in. Now I do the Find Square one, but you can do whichever you like. So here in Find Square, after you click Start, it's going to say the square name. And then you are going to have to find the square it says as fast as possible until the timer goes out. This is a good way to memorize the board, and it's square names if you are a beginner trying to annotate your games. Since if you don't know the square names, how are you supposed to write it down? So yeah, I think this is pretty important, and it's also quite fun, so there's no reason for you not to do it, right? Another thing you should coordinate is your mouse to the subscribe button and click it, because it helps me out a ton. Okay, back to the video. Analysis. Analysis is where you analyze the chess game. I know, shocking. Basically, you don't get the description of every move you play, like if it's a blunder or a mistake. You can also analyze without the computer, which is actually better for you, which I will get to later. You still get the top 3 engine moves and an eval bar, so you can kind of tell when a blunder has been made, or if you missed a really cool tactic, or if you missed mate, or I don't know, you blundered a queen. So I think analyzing your games before you do a game review is a great strategy. Like, just try to see what you missed without the help of the engine. Trust me on this one, if you just do this, you will improve. And the best part? It's free on chess.com and lichess, so you can analyze as much as you want. Endgame Trainer. This is something on chess.com that I have not seen talked about much, but it should, as we will see. To get the Endgame Trainer, click this button and go to Endgames. Now you can train your endgame checkmates like this. Or you can also train your more general endgames. And if you click here, you can see winning endgames or drawn endgames. I recommend practicing both, as you don't really want to lose a drawn game, or draw a winning one. You can also practice imbalances, because some games you might have a knight versus 3 pawns, or a queen versus 2 rooks. I recommend learning the queen and king mate, king and rook, 2 bishops, and other basic patterns. Sadly, I think this requires chess.com Premium to actually get unlimited endgames, so you will be quite restricted as a free-to-play player, only able to do one of them before getting asked to pay the phantom tax. Watch game. This feature on chess.com allows you to watch titled players' chess games. Now, this could be just me here, but I really enjoy watching titled players play, especially with the eval bar, so I know who is winning. There is also a chat where you can type stuff. Most of these games are blitz, so the games are fast-paced and brutal, which makes it even more fun and dopamine in your monkey brain. You can also learn from this game, although that is debatable, but it certainly is fun. So, do I actually recommend watching grandmasters play 3-minute chess? It depends. If you don't have much time for chess, I recommend just doing puzzles and playing games. However, if you don't have a job like me, you can get away with watching games and typing some stuff into the chat, like a lunatic. Well, that was it for this video. Please like and subscribe to help the channel out, and I will see you guys in the next one.